Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Cooper's Ghost. In this video, I want to talk about the myth of better background checks. This is something commonly proposed by people who generally do not like guns or have never bought a gun themselves in their life. The common response to these people is to show them the questions that must be answered when legally purchasing a firearm. We have in front of us a firearms transaction record. This form is filled out when legally purchasing a firearm, formerly known as the Form 4473. Law-abiding citizens who do not lie on these forms are generally instantly approved. There are only 3 possible responses from the National Instant Background Check System: approved, denied, or delayed, and you can appeal a denial if you are not a prohibited person. So what is a prohibited person? Or who should not get firearms? Well, some of these questions are designed to detect such things, and some of them are slightly more important than the others. The first one is designed asking you if you are the actual buyer of this firearm. The point of this is to figure out if you're buying a gun for a prohibited person. Of course, there's no way to detect this. There are things that you can detect through the check system. Let's take a closer look here. Are you under any indictment or information in any court for a felony? Have you ever been convicted in any court, including military court, of a felony? Felons are not allowed to possess firearms lawfully. Next, we have, are you a fugitive from justice? Slightly hard to detect. Are you an unlawful user of marijuana or alcohol or controlled substance? It's also hard to detect, unless of course you suggest that people take a piss test and a breathalyzer test the instant they try to buy a firearm. Are you mentally adjudicated as Have you ever been adjudicated as a mental defective, or have you ever been committed to a mental institution? That can be detected. Have you ever been discharged from the armed forces under dishonorable conditions? That can be detected. Are you subject to a court order, including a military protection order, issued by a military judge or magistrate restraining you from harassing, stalking, or threatening your child or intimate partner? That can certainly be detected. Have you ever been convicted in any court of misdemeanor crimes of domestic violence? That can certainly be detected. Those are the things that prohibit a person from legally owning a firearm and will result in a denied response. Now, after explaining all of that to these people, they will commonly come back to you saying something like, well, what about people like Salvador Ramos? And I don't expect you to know who Salvador Ramos is, because we're encouraged not to repeat these people's names. Salvador Ramos was a law-abiding citizen when he purchased the weapons used to commit the massacre at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. The question these people have is, how can the system that I just explained get better to prevent these people? Well, what if the final person responsible for completing this form and handing the firearm to the customer had the power of exercising ultimate prejudice to people buying firearms? What if I, a federal firearms licensee, had the power to deny any sale for any reason whatsoever? Well, that is also already a thing that exists. If I don't like the way you smell, if I don't like the way you look, if I don't like the way you talk, if I don't like anything about you, I have the power to deny your firearm sale. The system cannot get better than this. Unless, of course, we lived in the world of the 2002 blockbuster Minority Report, in which Psychics are employed by law enforcement to detect crimes before they occur. This, of course, is impossible. No one is capable of either predicting the future or reading other people's minds, and the only way to stop people committing acts of mass murder or great bodily harm is to shoot them in the face effectively and swiftly. That's all I've got, you guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the likes and the subs.